Internet. I'm back again in Minecraft with my friend Tim.
Hey.
I'm okay. The world is open. Oh, and I do have some good news for you.
Hmm.
You no longer have to risk drowning or fall damage to get into my base.
That's nice.
Right? Oh yeah, you're in the basement. I
Hey.
uh, so I've been a little busy.
Yeah, clearly only a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and I actually have got the enchanting setup fully set up this time now.
Alright.
Uh, and provided I can get get my levels up to 30, yeah, there's actually a fortune 3 for the diamond pick,
Hmm.
which would be very nice.
And you got pumpkins.
Yeah, there's a funny story to that. I traveled like 1,000 blocks away to find the pumpkin seeds, and then after that, I found out that there's a zombie spawner underneath the base.
Hmm.
And do you want to know what was in the chest?
A pumpkin?
Pumpkin seeds. I
Hmm.
literally had pumpkin seeds right underneath my base. And I never knew. Well, I didn't know until I did know, and then I was annoyed, but
Mm-hmm.
story of life. Also, I had to install lightning rods. Because there was a lot of lightning happening really near my base that's mostly wood. It was starting to worry me. I'm I'm definitely on the road to being very happy with the lighthouse part of the base.
Hmm.
It's very close to the point where the only way anyone's gonna be able to get in, namely zombies, are is by coming up the main path, and ho hopefully I'll actually have it blocked in soon so that they won't be they'll have to go through doors and such. I did actually have a thought of that maybe in the future I did have the thought of maybe in the future replacing the central wooden column with a water elevator.
Hmm.
I have a decent idea for a design, but Work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know I need the wood, but God, these trees are so tall. Hi, viewer. Not a bad haul. 105 spruce logs. Most of which are probably going to be turned into charcoal. But the amount of smelting that goes into this base, not a small amount. Oh, hi Matt.
Hit. So 90 left. Hello?
Hi.
Hey,
Did you guys hear me?
I heard parts.
I couldn't tell if you were being uh, deliberately unclear.
I assure you, me and my 93 remaining downloads are not.
Okay, yeah, you're being serious. Okay, or well, you're not faking it.
Te Technically, it says 89, but it also says that there were 4 errors. Presumably, the when my Ethernet slid out. As you can imagine, this shit has been going on. At this point, I think we're officially a week after Christmas. Granted, I didn't start the shit on Christmas Day. It would have been 26 at the earliest. I'm now receiving a two notices saying I can't join again. From the first 2 times I tried to join. And now it says I joined. And now I'm invited to the party I joined.
That's
That's good for
good.
you.
Which I accepted the invite for from my notifications.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Did 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 I somehow accidentally delete the coconut PNG that holds this fucking O together?
Please, it's Sony. It's a kiwi. Or maybe sushi. Yeah, it's
You
probably a
think they
kiwi.
just they'd use a fucking potato. They wouldn't spring for anything that would cost anything other than 25 cents. If shipping. By the way, the theory we're making there is in the game files for Team Fortress 2, there's this random coconut PNG, and for some reason, when you delete it, the game just fucking breaks.
Hmm.
Like, there's no real reason. It just is like that. There are actually plenty of other things similar to that in other games, but the TF2 one is the most famous cases.
Mm-hmm.
There's also other files that do the same thing, but the coconut, but the coconut's the funniest one. So that's what people think of.
Uh, I'm not opposed to the follow for the follow back. Who is Sean? I just I'm willing to agree to that so long like so long as your content is good content or I'll do it. But yeah, it's or I'll do it, just don't I probably won't be joining any streams anytime soon. I barely I stream at late nights and don't really have much chance to watch streams, so
At night.
most of the to watch streams period, but
Huh.
who is Sean?
Is it WNEANAUN? What kind of Sean is it?
EAN or Sion? I should really go to my dashboard to actually get the correct spelling, so I'm not following the wrong person.
Yeah, definitely. We should definitely do that. I learned that Nicolas Cage bought a fucking Egyptian tomb to be buried in.
There. Okay, Sean.
Hmm.
Every time you hear a Nicolas Cage joke, it sounds like it's made up, and then you look it up and you find out, oh, this motherfucker really
Tim,
did do that.
where did you fall from?
I was
Actually,
helping you out with your mine shafts.
uh, okay. Please tell you didn't rest in the or you rested in
Huh?
your bed, which isn't in. I don't. I'm not gonna try and guess. Well, at least you're close.
Yeah.
You do you, but it might be a good idea to reset your spawn point. Just saying.
Well, time to eat my stuff.
Best of luck. If you need help, just say the word.
Someone made a horror game where you're being chased by Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse.
That doesn't surprise me.
Nope, it's January 1st. That specific
Well,
version is now officially public domain.
I mean, not January 1st anymore.
It's past January 1st at this point, though.
At the time I was saying it, I think it was 11:59.
Fair
Therefore,
enough.
therefore, the correction was null.
I'm not even sure what I'm going to be using this floor for. You just need to put a limit on this, otherwise I'll make the chests very, very high up the wall that I won't actually be able to access. So, are you a, up for slash able to join us in Minecraft, Matt?
What?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
I asked if you're up for slash able to join us in Minecraft.
Uh, not tonight. Partially because I'm not sure how stable I'll be. The other reason being that I'm also working on my mod pack again. I finally managed to get one slot to work.
Hmm.
And now for a good news, good news sandwich. Good news is, I have figured it out. Bad news, I do have to basically dump the vanilla files for each costume for all of these slots.
Lovely.
Good news is, though, that the process isn't gonna be as tedious to do as it sounds. There's no more
Okay.
bad news to that, but, you know, it is gonna still be time consuming. Just not as much so as it was for the past few days.
Hmm.
I spent a good 5 hours trying to figure out what was up.
I see. Well, I'm not sure if you noticed him, but I did also expand the farm a bit.
Hmm.
Oh, sweet, some more pumpkins grew. So we now have a not small quantity of good crops. Waha, waha, ha, ha. Okay. Bless. Okay. Mm, you know, it does feel a little annoying that the best sources for full for light sources that are a full block and not lava is the Nether. One, two, three, four, five. I do kind of get it since since the nether is where all the bright stuff is, but it's a little annoying.
No, I'm actually going to help mine this thing out. I should probably get something a bit stronger than stone, or at least multiple stone pickaxes.
I go the route of multiple stone, but it's up to you. Like, if you want to start using... Ooh, I almost walked off. If you want to start using a diamond pickaxe, we do have enough diamonds spare right now that you can make one. I don't mind. Hmm. One more block up, I think. So... yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you want to make yourself a diamond pickaxe, eh, hey, you can feel free to. I'm probably going to keep using stone for the time being for most of the mining, but uh, I'm setting on the valuables. And cobblestone's in the is yeah.
I was looking for something to make sticks.
Over here. The two barrels. The, yeah, you could, yeah.
Barrels?
The barrels have actual wood in them.
Huh.
Oh, hey, I had charcoal in here. Oops. Eh, more charcoal isn't a bad thing.
Sorry, what was that giant thing coming out of your arm?
Charcoal?
Is it supposed to be that big?
No.
Or is it only big on my end?
No, it's big on my end too. I have no idea what they did, but I think someone made an error when they're uploading this resource pack.
Hmm.
It's like that with a few other things like string too. Not sure why, but it is like that, so. Um, okay, so I have about 30 there, so.
Well, I learned that empty slots can be selected in the random when you select random. That ain't good.
Empty slots and what?
Empty slots and
Empty
ultimate.
costume slots. Yeah.
Uh,
Concerning.
How
It
bad is it?
means it's not major necessarily, but it's concerning in the context of as I'm adding on. This means I'm gonna have to change the number. I'm gonna
Hmm,
have to like change the number to make sure when I add all the ones I want that there's no extras.
I see.
That's all. It does, however, mean that when it comes to these tests, which I'm trying to keep as random as possible, I have to reduce how random it is and make it a more controlled thing to make sure I don't get, well,
Forked.
this shit again.
Actually, before I come diving into the mine after you, uh, I'm going to craft some more torches. And set some more stone smelting. Even when I reach the point of where don't need smooth stone for the lighthouse foundations, I'm sure I'm gonna still have a use for just normal stone.
Yeah.
Traveling merchant, where are your llamas? You know, ooh, okay. I was about to say, like, I'm not sure I should be going down the stairs this quickly. Then I started taking damage from the falls.
I mean, I was going down quickly and I ended up missing my turn slightly.
Exactly. Brightside, we are nearly at Bedrock.
I've mainly just been doing this single layer by layer.
Hmm. Each their own.
You say to each the own, but what about to own their each?
Same difference.
It's a just your install?
Yeah.
Tell man hi.
Sylvia says hi, Matt.
What?
Sylvia says hi, Matt.
Hey, Sophia.
Um,
Interesting.
so I can kind of guess what the answer to this is going to be, but I'm going to offer anyway. I don't mind if Sylvia wants to join, she can feel free to.
I shouldn't really have anything to join on.
Yeah.
Can you do split screen multiplayer?
She would still need
I,
a profile.
I only have one PS4 controller, and I'm on PS4 at the moment.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm satisfied with my test. It looks like everything is working how I had hoped. Which means the work that I would have to be doing has been significantly reduced. Which, in conclusion, means it is nowhere near as big a pain in my, it's not going to be
Arse.
nearly as frustrating as I initially thought. You know, I've been trying to change some things and make little improvements. And since it's New Year's, I'm not saying it's my resolution, but just say it gives me further encouragement.
Mm.
I don't know what my resolution is going to be necessarily. I had a couple of different ideas, but I'd rather get narrowed down to one. Maybe two. Because I feel like when I was younger and I actually tried, like in high school, and I actually tried doing it, I felt like when I did do multiples, there were times where I ended up half-assing all of them before giving up on a good deal of them.
Mm.
So I started to, you know, make it more focused and such. And it worked out.
Mm.
Doesn't have to be anything major either. It can be something as simple as start wearing more different clothes. Like, I'm not kidding when I say I didn't wear jeans until high school. It was like, well, obviously I'd had, but you know what I mean. Like, I didn't like wear them usually. One of my resolutions: start wearing like more than just my basketball shorts and such.
I'll be honest, it really did kind of surprise me when you showed up in the flannel.
Yeah. The funny thing, I've had that for over a year.
Ay, ay, ay.
Uh-huh. I had it since at least October of 2022. And that's me lowballing.
I have a shovel if you want to focus on the stone, deep slate, whatever. You know, I don't mind the, sorry. I don't mind the gravel, but I, when I'm at this level, I do kind of... Oh, hey, we found our first piece of bedrock. It's this really extra black stone-looking thing here. Extra black.
How does one become extra black?
Uh, I'm not sure how to answer that.
Yeah, it just occurred to me, maybe we shouldn't. Because this taken out of context and such can sound
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
Especially since, you know, apparently companies are now able to start fining you if they see you sending anything that they deem hate speech.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's not a problem for us, but you know what I mean? Like, the fact that they're now gonna be judging and punishing you for shit you say in private, that's wild.
That sounds like... That sounds like it
Unironically
edges
sounds like unironically sounds like 1943 or whatever the fuck that meme everyone claims is whenever something seems dystopian.
Is it
1948,
1983?
83, yeah, sure. Wait, isn't that the Five Nights at Freddy's year?
I don't know, and I'm not sure I care either, but either way, I was going to say that that sounds like impinging on someone's freedom of speech.
Oh, it definitely is.
So, the way I see this, Tim, we have two options. Actually. So, we can...
Yes.
Okay, 252, 789. We can, either start start spreading this out 5 by 5 at a time around until we have this in the entire outline down to Bedrock. Alternatively, we could do the edges, get all of the edges down to Bedrock, and then mine to the center, and that way, yeah, we'll still be able to get up, but but we'd also be able to just kind of like dig out each layer as we pleased. Like, okay, I don't really feel like dealing with deep slate. Let me just focus on this other side, this other area. And of course, there's also the option of like deep slate starts at 5, so we could just get the entire outline down to 5, which would be a lot easier because because that would be focusing only on the stone. Do you have preferences on that?
No.
Or thoughts towards one direction or the other?
Not really, no.
Fair enough. Um,
Yes.
so the way my thoughts are going is I feel like a good starting point would be getting everything down to deep slate level. Since
Alright.
since that since everything since it would be just stone up to there, and stone's a frick ton easier to deal with. Offhand, do you know if they're deep slate bricks? I want to say yes, but I'm not sure offhand.
I wasn't entirely certain they were lightning rods until you brought them up.
Your point is well made. Matt, you're in.
What?
Do you have easy access to a web browser / Google search?
I am on my PC as I work on my mods. Is that good enough?
Would you be willing to look up if you can make deep slate bricks? It's not urgent by any means, but curiosity and all that.
Can be obtained only by mining them with any pickaxe.
Oh, oh God. Well, that's annoying.
It is not renewable.
Something, something curses.
It says here that it's got a hardness of 3.5. It would take you 17.5 seconds to break by hand, 2.65 via wood, 0.45 via gold. Gold is the fastest, holy shit.
Yeah, gold is generally the fastest. It just has
No durability.
requirements to be that fast. Gold is only fast when it's really close to breaking.
Hmm.
it starts out slow, then gets faster as its durability goes down.
According to this timetable, they're all unenchanted with no status effects.
Hmm.
That's everything you need to know, right?
Honestly, just saying it was you only
Mineable.
get them from mining was enough,
Ah,
which is annoying, but I'll make do.
because you have no choice.
Eh, I might just use a different deep slate block. I know they exist. I'm just
I just made deep slate bricks.
suck it. Minecraft wiki then.
Yeah, you just make a 4x4 with a cobblestone to get the polished. Then you use 4 of those to get the bricks.
Guess someone needs to update the wiki. Good to know though.
Mm-hmm.
And that base. So my thought is once we're down to the point where we're mining with just deep slate, instead of using stone, I'll start using a deep slate bricks for the walls because that's logical or something.
Run logic.exe.
Program does not exist.
Oh shit, I tried.
It was worth a shot, yeah.
Right, so I just made 4 stacks of deep slate bricks. Or should I put them for storage?
Just shove them in the deep slate chest. They're the 3 stack to the left of the cobblestone. Like the cobblestone's on one side of the eight by wide wall. Deep slate's
I
on the other
see,
side.
I see a bomb that has some 64 stacks of deep slate cobbled.
Okay. Okay. Lots of stone bricks here. And it would help if I didn't fall off the walls. You know what? I've reached the point where I'm just like, I I know I have a gold pickaxe with silk touch on it. I think I might legitimately just use it so I don't have to bother with constantly resmelting as a cobblestone, at least for a little bit. Yeah, silk touch 1, I'm breaking 3, efficiency 3.
Alright, use the last of the slate I had from the mining I did.
Mm-hmm.
564 stacks and 160 stack.
I appreciate it. We're definitely gonna use it when we get there. but I, I am only intending to use it once we get down to deep slate levels.
Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of what I had.
That's fair enough. Have to be careful with this thing. Jesus.
Huh.
Hmm.
When I was searching through your chest, I ended up getting achievements.
Successfully pilfered.
What was
No,
the
just
achievement?
mine X amount of cobblestone and put it all in the chest. And I guess the guy opened and closed one of the chests that has a whole lot of cobblestone.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just gave it to me.
Fair enough. I do tend to do a lot of mining, so that doesn't really surprise me. Okay, so I need 1/16. Okay, I am now retiring this gold pickaxe because it served me very well and is also about to break. Oh, by the way, Tim, the chest that's sitting on top of two barrels, it's the dump chest. If you ever need to just dump stuff away until for me to deal with later or until you if you want to deal with it later, that's where you stash it.
Alright. One question, how do you turn cobblestone to regular stone?
You smelt it in a furnace.
Alright.
Only a regular furnace will do. Yeah, that feels like an appropriately tall foundation above the water. So that makes me happy. Of course, it also gives me an idea of how tall I need to make this thing. I'll come back to that.
So is this entire floor eventually going away as well?
That's the intention, yeah. So, so this entire area we're staying in right now, bring it all the way down to Bedrock and put a garden there.
Uh,
So,
Translation: you're living with someone who hates floors. Eventually, you'll wake up one day and find there's no floor left.
and so the intention is that you'll be able to be from above the water. You'll be able to look down and see a massive hole in the ground and a underground garden at the bottom of it.
hmm.
I'm not sure how well that'll become across, but if nothing else, they'll see a massive ass hole in the ground. And that's in addition to the fact I intend I also want to replace the entire floor of this ocean with glass.
Hmm.
So Matt wasn't entirely wrong with you just joining one day and to find that all the floor has been have vanished. Vanished into glass, but vanished.
You're not gonna get yourself stuck, are you?
Maybe.
Probably not. I have cobble. I'll have a crap ton of cobblestone on me. So worst case, I pillar back up in one spot and. But I shouldn't. I shouldn't get myself stuck. Um. So if you want to start mining a small section down to deep slate, Tim, my recommendation would basically be anywhere but the stairs.
Hmm. Where did you say deep slate was?
It starts around Y level 5. So, like, if you get down to around 4 or 5, that should be more than enough. like even if you're not hitting deep play at that level, you're close enough to it that that'll be when when I'll start transitioning from brick to deep slate brick. So one rule I have that you that you don't need to follow, or that you don't need to entirely follow, Tim. Basically, uh, you can feel free to mine the walls for ore, and you don't need to patch them up because they're eventually going to all be replaced. And if you see if you see or I'll just sum it up. If you mine stuff from the walls, you don't need to replace it because it's going to be removed at some point anyway. Rather than try and needlessly expand on it. Oh.
It's what I have planned while I'm working on this shit.
What, are we not entertaining enough for you?
It's not that. It's that I don't know what the fuck you're talking about sometimes. Like, when you're informing him about, like, things that... Like, when you're telling him that chest is for just, like, dumping shit in, for example.
Fair.
Even if I was in-game, I wouldn't know what the fuck the chest is. For all I know, it's not even an actual chest. For all I know, you have gone through the pain-in-the-ass process of making a to-scale statue of, Senator Armstrong.
I
And
mean,
just toss it on his giant-ass, hulking bicep barrel chest.
I'll be entirely honest. I could kind of see myself doing that, but I'm not. That would require a lot of clearing stuff out. And
Yeah,
honestly,
and you would never do such a tedious task while you're working on a completely different project already. Totally not something you've already done.
what I was going to say is, I'm not sure I could clear enough space to actually build him. But,
Sure you could. Just make a statue of Atlas, and then make him bigger and buffer.
but, again, let me finish. If I was going that route, I would probably just, I would probably just clear out a pretty big chunk, and I'd clear out a chunk of area, and then just make a giant replica of his fist.
I see. Another reason why I have shit playing, though, while I do this is, if I'm mostly staring at a bunch of files that I'm dragging and dropping, don't you think I need some visual stimulus as well
Fair
to
enough.
break up the monotony?
Fair enough.
And until someone finally sacks up the courage to make the sequel everyone's been waiting for, Paint Dry 2, I'm just gonna keep looking for something to watch while I do this. Until I'm able to watch Paint Dry 2, the sequel.
Did you? Does that mean You've also watched someone play Paint Dry 1?
Sort of. I watched someone do a review of a Let's Watch of Paint Dry. But it's basically the same thing. With the additional transformative and constructive criticism to, keep it transformative so it couldn't get copywritten. Copyright claimed. Which version did you watch?
I watched someone actually playing it, but...
Which version? Did they go with red, blue, orange, yellow?
They spent most of the time trying to break out before eventually... I feel like we might have been watching different games. Which sounds ludicrous, honestly.
So I'm currently only doing a 3x3 space. I've made it down to 12.
Nice. I'm at 5. I'm just trying to find the staircase back up. With not much success, I'll be honest. Actually, can I see you from wherever the hell I am? Nope. Yes.
What are you doing on that over there? Sure. That's not the staircase way.
Which direction? I thought I memorized the coordinates.
You're under the walls.
What?
You're under the walls.
Oh god.
Like, can you try coming towards me?
I can't see you.
Can't? Am I crouched? Oh.
Oh. Hi.
Okay.
Which direction is the staircase? Which?
Let's see here from these. Oh wait, that is the staircase. Right now I'm getting myself turned around. This is maddening. I'm gonna build up real fast. And then I'll stand by the staircase.
Okay.
Also,
hi.
If you just phrased it a little different, I could have made a 300 reference.
Okay, I don't know where. Now I don't remember where you were compared to before.
I can still see you.
But this is the staircase, and I'll try and get to block 5.
Hey Tim, was there some recent controversy with My Hero?
Found it.
Be careful.
Was there? I only asked because suddenly I see like 2 or 3 videos saying My Hero fandom done this or that. Vague shit that sounds like it could be rage bait, but at the same time, it's also used every time there's any controversy.
Peace me. I haven't been paying attention to the manga or the fandom recently.
Fair enough.
I've had other things, namely D&D and coupon books to focus on. Oh my god, Tim. I was 1 block off. Or 2 blocks. I was 2 blocks away from the hole.
I guess I got my bearings turned around.
It's fine.
You wrong, sorry.
It's fine. You ended up guiding me there in the end, so it's fine.
I'm wondering if, like, when I looked up, if I saw, like, where the fenced-in area was, and assumed that was the ledge or something.
Uh, well, I mean, it is the ledge, but...
Yeah, but it was the wrong ledge, because I was trying to look for the soon-to-be not floor ledge.
Oh, I see.
Because once I knew where that was, I could try and look in the rough direction of the staircase. But instead, I thought you were on the other side of the wall. Kind of like you look to be right now, honestly.
I did actually get the other side of the wall, I think. Oh, there it is. Hi!
Hi.
I found your hole. So you can actually exit when you, God damn it. I keep getting turned around. Everything's the same. I've made a very big opening, so it's very obvious where the staircase is once you find it. I'm gonna go get some stone pickaxes. uh, and clear my inventory.
I feel like I'm gonna get lost in here very easily.
There's there's not that many paths, I don't think.
Alright, thankfully you're correct.
Was I? Oh god, I sound like Matt there for a
Yes.
sec.
Yeah, I went straight ahead and turned, and the staircase was right there.
That's good.
What did you mean by you sounded like me?
Uh, like, like you have a certain tone of voice when, occasionally when you go, did I? That kind of thing. I, I was,
Oh,
I was like
okay.
half a tone off of that for a sec there, and that startled me. God, I wish that you could make I wish that you could make copper tools in vanilla Minecraft. Wouldn't that be so useful?
I have no idea if it would be useful or not.
I don't think it would be, honestly.
Even
I'd say
if,
probably weaker than iron.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'd accept them if they're
Copper's supposed to
basically,
be a soft material.
I'd accept it if it was basically just, if it was basically just stone tools, like the gold equivalent of stone tools. Like maybe have a little bit more durability, but otherwise just be, yeah, just like that. Because right now, I have 4 stacks of copper and 2 stacks of raw copper. If it was just like a little bit faster than normal stone, that would I would be more than happy.
Ooh, that jump was nearly awful.
Hmm.
I went to turn and start going up another layer, and
Mm-hmm.
for a moment I wasn't jumping onto a block.
Oh dear.
Thankfully I managed to salvage it.
Mm-hmm.
Salvage.
What was worse is I was almost to the top.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I mean, it's like if I had properly missed, I would have fallen all the way down, probably.
Ah, I have a gift for you.
Alright.
I crafted two for myself, and I'm still using. I'm gonna start with a couple of stone pickaxes, and then just go from there.
I mined 22 iron.
Nice.
Some of it came out of one of the tunnels we made down there.
Yeah, my rule, my self-imposed rule is that I leave unless it's in the that I leave it alone until I'm ready to like if I'm digging down if I'm gonna be digging down, I'll wait until I'm doing that, or if I'm basically I leave it alone until I actually am doing something there, like putting a wall in or that kind of thing, basically. And I'm getting a little loud. I need to work on that. Oh, hi.
I. Hmm.
Hmm.
Should I try mining under you?
I wouldn't recommend it. You can, if you really want to, you can try, but
Your I was just like go a couple layers below and just start doing this. Just see how long it would take you to reach where I am. Like not me mining up under you.
just you digging downwards at the same rate I'm digging downwards and see what happens.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, you can, but I make no promises. Also, be
Hey,
wary that,
Charles.
yeah,
So if I were to like just save and put here and come back a bit later, and you've already dug here, did it just take you to the safest spot you were?
and I'm pretty sure you would respawn midair.
Hmm. Yeah, I should probably go to a much not the floor height.
It probably also wouldn't hurt if you reset your spawn point.
Yeah.
Like, like it like I can just imagine like okay, it took Tim's finally back after a few months. Oh crap, he was on the floor, and the first thing you see is a death scream because you fell, well, 60 blocks. And I'm just like, sorry, Tim, I mined all the way down to Bedrock. That would be less than ideal.
Kind of
Sounds
funny
like
though.
he's gonna
It
do it.
would be funny.
Uh,
Are you
You're
okay?
I
gonna do it, Tim.
survived.
Was that you pantomiming, or did you actually just fall off something?
I actually fell.
Off what?
So I was going to head back to where I put my bed to go get it. I
Uh-huh.
reached the little wooden bridge here and
Uh,
realized that the thing is blocked.
Sorry.
So I ended up falling from here down to the
Ow.
floor.
I was going to fix that, but it wasn't a huge priority since I was just. My thought was that I would have time to just take the take the staircase up to where it's going to end up being for the to basically the bottom of the lighthouse, but my bad.
You know?
Eh?
So I just used, like, just place a block down so I could get up and over.
Mm-hmm.
But the first, I tried using a easily disposable and destroyable block first.
Did you place
Turns out
gravel?
gravel, yeah. Turns out gravel doesn't really work in the air.
You
Stuff
don't
I used to
say.
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, at least you're back at your bed.
yeah. I mean, I was really right outside my door. I was just trying to get back up to it from the creeper hole right in front of my bed, or from my little cave.
I see.
So I'm pretty sure zombies could possibly like spawn with armor on. What's the chance of picking up armor that after we
Uh,
die?
if if it's better than what they have, then they pick it up.
Oh, so it's probably just wearing my armor then. Got
Y
it.
yes, but to the best of my knowledge, they don't despawn. They can die, but I don't think they despawn.
Well, that was brilliant.
Do I want to know?
Basically, I had replay was also grabbing my like furnace chests and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
The chest wasn't a smart idea.
Your inventory is full, isn't it?
The chest was also full.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to move out?
Just have my own base. I wasn't quite certain what you were doing fully at the time there.
Fair enough.
I
I
just kind
was.
of felt like I was just mooching.
It's it's fine. If it, hit it's like you're helping dig stuff up, and honestly, I was playing on the floor I'm working on right now, or not right now, but the second floor above where the storage room is. I'm intending to turn into into like bedrooms and such. So once that's in place, I can you can have your own space there.
Alright, that should be good enough. I'll just quickly make it back.
Oh, that worm story I mentioned. what was it, yesterday? Or, yeah, yesterday? Sunday? I've come to a realization about it. For all intents and purposes, it's the story is basically following someone who is Deadpool without the regeneration or fourth wall breaking. I'm sure there's another character who fits that better, but I can't think of them offhand. Either of you have thoughts on who that describes? What about you, Matt?
What? I've been washing my teeth.
Oh, uh, I have a thought for you when you get back from brushing your teeth. I didn't realize you were right there. Out of curiosity, is it this pitch black for you too? Ow.
I can still see stuff.
Oh well. Where you're saying right now is pitch black to me.
No, I can still make stuff out.
I think I might have set my brightness to moody.
So how much further are you going down tonight?
Um, Depends on time, I guess. Um, hey, I'm gonna try and get as much as I can down to, I'm gonna try and get as much as I can down to, deep slate level.
Alright.
But I'm not sure how much more of this I'm going to, actually do tonight. Since I have a hard time limit of 2, so...
Yeah.
Is this better for pitch black for you?
I can still make out your character.
Is this you? Yes. God, I almost walked in that pit. And I don't really feel bad about the viewers because I was rewatching I was rewatching one of my streams and it was just like, how the frick can people see this? Like, I legitimately was like, I know for a fact that when I was doing this, I couldn't see jack shit. Yet,
Yes, it
it,
definitely seems to be more your TV thing than if people can still see.
I mean,
And I can still see.
actually, game, game? No, not game. Video, video. Oh yeah, my brightness is set to 0. I'll turn it up to 10. That should be more than enough. I just, it feels so much nicer when it's, when, like, darkness feels dark.
My brightness is at 50.
Exactly.
And I don't think I've ever changed that.
Like, honestly, I think the only time where I'm like, where I really feel like it's appropriate to set the brightness to 0, and like, where there's no repercussions, is when dynamic lights is an option.
Hmm.
Because then I can just have a torch in my offhand, and it's just like, okay, yeah, this is
Okay,
fine.
I'm back. What's up, Charles?
That worm story I mentioned the other night,
Yeah.
I kind of realized that the main character of that is, and I think there's a better way to phrase this, but Deadpool without the fourth wall breaking and regeneration. I feel like there's a better comparison, but that's the first thing that came to mind because she is constantly making puns and wisecracks about the people she kills.
So, Joker.
Mm, it's just,
No fourth wall break. No regeneration. So basically, just a lunatic who loves laughing their ass off and saying shit as they kill people.
yes, but I chose
Joker.
yes, but I was going with Deadpool because Deadpool would is would be willing, like, most of the time Joker's just a maniac, whereas this character is like part mercenary, part doing partially doing it to like for a good cause.
Joker is anti-Nazi.
This is fair.
Alright, so I'm getting off
Uh,
now.
the if you want, I'm not going past the bottom floor there. If you want to hop down there,
No, I want to test to see how this thing works.
eh? Oh,
I want to test how the spawn in works.
if okay,
So, it's probably a survivable fall though, maybe.
okay,
Oh well, even if I survive, if I take fall damage slash fall, we know.
okay. I just specifically mined down there as deep as I can go. I'm tempted. I'm not going to, but I'm tempted. Still prove the theory, one way or the other. But yeah, I'll probably finish this bit and call it for, and maybe do some other stuff. But finishing this bit will probably be the last of the mining I do.
Alright, night guys.
Night, Tim.
Good night.
But But yeah, I do really like. This is a story about someone with the power to kill anything, and it's just like if something can die, she can kill it. But it's just like
So Akame from Akame got killed.
yes, but more, or well, not more, but like it's less. She has her special power isn't that and like anything she cuts dies. It's she's really knows the exact way to set things up so that to it so that whoever she wants dead dies. Like
Hmm.
like in the Wormverse, there's like in the Wormverse, there's a there's like a there's these basically disa- disaster level creatures called Endbringers,
Mm-hmm.
and she just said that she's going to kill the one that she's going to kill one with the power of friendship. And what she ends up doing is she has a double-barreled shotgun with with uh, with friendship carved into the end of the barrel. As she has a friend. Oh, sweet! I found amethyst. Yes. Um, as she has a friend, use her use her powers to uh, use her powers to accelerate, or basically she turns the shotgun into a super shotgun, and it's just like, and like these are effectively immortal creatures, and she's just uh, like the the natural disaster creature gets there, and then they start going, uh, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, uh, all the way to duck season, fire, and then and then one taps the natural disaster thing that no one's been able to even d- significantly damage up to this point. Then then forces the other one to then scares the other one to run away because there is two there.
Mm-hmm.
Scares the other one to run away, and then basically tells this natural disaster level creature, you have two options. Uh, I can kill you slowly, or you can do what I tell you and die quicker, and basically threatens it to death with the power of friendship. Uh, or oh, and for the record, the this creature looked like a 15-foot tall, somewhat biblically accurate angel. Um, and then or another instance, or another instance of it was when she there was a Nazi character called Kaiser, whose whole thing is killing people with long metal spikes that he creates. So stole a she stole a metal she stole a sword, a German sword from him, and then set up a whole bunch set up like a like a Wile E. Coyote almost style trap in his office where he was hiding to stay away from her, to protect himself from her, breaks in, terrifies everyone, and then impales Kaiser on a long metal sword, on a metal German sword that belonged to a Kaiser. Every single death she's caused has either been appropriate to uh, the problems they cause, or a joke to their name, like butchering a butcher. Every single kill, which is like, I guess could very well be a Joker thing then, but
Hmm.
I could also see a Deadpool thing, or maybe just someone else I can't think of.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm very happy since I now have Amethyst. That's been on
That's
my
good.
wish list for things to find for a while.
Well, happy for you then.
Of course, the issue here is that I found the Amethyst while mining out my base. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that I'm either going to have to leave the Amethyst here so I can have Amethyst, or find another one so I can remove this Amethyst. Overall, good progress. This is dropped this whole area about 26 blocks. Hell of a difference. Okay, how much glass do I have? Some.
Huh. That's
Hmm.
very interesting.
Hmm.
So far I've gotten to where all my additional slot mods are working, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few quirks, such as my Mario 64 mod not having a voice, even though I gave him a voice. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's my Sonic mod, where he's perfectly fine and has his unique voice, but here's the caveat.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the victory animations, he's just doing a T-pose. His legs have that running effect. I mean, that running effect you normally see on his legs, or more accurately, his feet, is just glowing, like the effect's there going around like he's supposed to be running, but he's not.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's the Chaos Emerald victory animation, the emerald is just floating while
Hmm.
he's doing the T-pose.
Hmm.
Very unusual.
Indeed.
But, like I said, so far, all these are working as intended, which is good.
honestly, there's
Yeah.
one minor thing that I have to appreciate uh, of tinted glass over normal glass
Uh-huh.
is that if you break tinted glass without the silk touch, you get it back.
Hmm.
Whereas normal glass, of course, you have to have a silk touch if you want to keep it. Of course, there's the other big downside of there is one big downside to tinted glass. Each piece requires one glass and four amethysts for,
Yeah.
for two pieces of glass.
Hmm.
Which isn't necessarily a bad trade because it is effectively doubling your glass, but and amethysts are a renewable resource, so on one hand that's not bad, on the other it is kind of annoying. What am I doing?
Where is... There he is.
Okay, 2 blocks. For a minute there, I forgot how costly I was making this.
Hmm.
So for the staircase I'm doing to get up to, well, to get up, basically. Uh, each block I go up, I'm using two, I'm using 2 slabs per, well, to go, basically I'm doing 2 slabs underneath the slabs and then the 2 slabs on top. So realistically, I'm not, I could just as easily use normal blocks except for having, for the whole slab bit, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's a thing, but I don't actually mind, so it looks nice if nothing else. Yeah, I just remembered I was supposed to be keeping the spruce
Uh-huh.
logs intact so that I could use them as a staircase. Oopsie. I need to. I hope I'm. I think I'm gonna actually have to go back to when I started this whole project, so I can see how big I intended to make this lighthouse. Because I don't think I remember to save the actual how big I was intending to make it, which is
Hmm.
something of an oopsie. So I think my plan of action for before I call it, which is going to be very soon, is I want to finish the staircase out and, well, basically the I basically just want to finish the the intended front entrance to my base, which shouldn't necessarily be all that difficult.
Hmm.
Like, it's gonna need a lot of work to be finished, but
Uh-huh.
at least able to at least finish enough that I don't have, I won't need like bamboo or bamboo slabs connecting the staircase to the actual
Yeah.
entrance. My
I'm probably gonna have to add a costume that I was reluctant to now.
oh
Now that I can.
oh
You know that how I enjoy doing certain things, such as trying to make it where every costume was a reference, or, you know, straight up from video games.
mhm
I'm not gonna change the rule in the context of put in a bunch of anime characters, not because I dislike anime, you know I like anime, but more
uh-huh
so because that I'll just do as its own separate thing.
mhm
But what I intend to do instead, my friend, is I intend to add some more of the unique mods. Like
well that's
the perfect example for what I'm
cool.
referring to is, you know, the Gangsta King K. Rool mod. I fucking love that one. I'm
Mhm
gonna add, basically, there's gonna be a lot of drip characters now. But there's also gonna be some things that I was reluctant to do. Because, well, even though I wouldn't necessarily mind it, it's simply a matter of all these slots.
mhm
But now that the limit isn't as, well,
steep.
yeah, strict, I'm now gonna get a little more lenient. Basically, I'm gonna start adding in some for Link, I'm gonna give him more of his Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom costumes,
Mhm.
including the Vo and the Vi.
I was about to ask because I don't remember which one's which.
Vo is boy, Vi is girl. Vo is what you use if you wanted Link to look more gladiator-esque whilst still getting all the Vi is what you wear either when you're one of those thirsty people or when you need to do some shit in Gerudo Town.
Mm.
Or another equally acceptable occasion when you need something to be when you're out in a hot area that and you don't have anything that's got heat resistance.
Well, I definitely have enough jungle planks, and wow, the base is looking nice. Yes. Mother trucker. Oh dear. Okay, I didn't expect to survive that, but okay. So, mother. Rare. So, funny thing is, I, you remember the Phantoms, right, Matt?
What phantoms? Oh,
Minecraft?
in Minecraft, the ones where you just have to sleep to avoid those bastards.
Yeah. So I
Go
don't sleep
on.
much, but,
Oh boy.
so they were chasing me, and something that's I'm only complaining about because it happened twice. Um, a phantom swooped down to attack me and landed in and took the rear seat of my boat.
Can you repeat that, please?
The phantom was in my boat with me, trying to kill me.
Fascinating.
Also very annoying because it can still attack me. But so yeah, I ended up having to kill it, but because of course. But it's mostly just why did you have to be in my boat?
To be fair, phantoms kind of do look like manta rays. So
Okay,
going in your boat is the closest it can get to returning to the water.
they can swim just fine.
No, no, no. Yeah, they can, but it's a matter of their AI would make it where they would rise out as soon as you did. But by going in your boat, it means that they're staying. They're no longer, their AI isn't being forced to rise or fall. It is the closest thing to just vibing they can get.
You know, Matt, you're lucky that I don't have easy access to your base
Why?
because that kind of talk is very tempting for me to just say, okay, if you enjoy them vibing so much, let me just leave a phantom in your base.
I get that what you're saying, but that specifically isn't much of a threat.
Oh,
Yeah, like, alright, for starters, one of the reasons you haven't had to deal with phantoms as much as you probably should have is because if I'm playing with you, that means that I'm constantly resting in my bed, which kind of makes it where you'll reluctantly, or not, or, nonchalantly hop into the bed to make the day, the night end, and the next day begin.
mm,
So while you could hypothetically, you could put them in my base, there's no guarantee that it would even be there by the time I join you. It could despawn, and
pancakes.
even if it doesn't despawn, there's the matter of when I spawn in, I'm gonna have my fucking iron sword and my iron armor. Like, I'm not saying that that's gonna guarantee that I'll kill it, no problem, but you know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, if I did show up, I wouldn't be caught with my pants down.
fair enough.
I wouldn't be like completely defenseless. I mean, hell, I even have a bow with some arrows.
Mm,
And if I'm not mistaken, I had a floating 3x3 grid of blocks that I use for dealing with Endermen when they teleport in. So, you get what my point.
mm-hmm. Still tempted, but I do understand that even if I did, it might not do anything. But I'm still tempted to do it, even if it would be no real consequences for you.
No, and I acknowledge that. I'm just saying.
You're just Saiyajin. I appreciate the
Despite
dead
what you said, that's not why I was giving you dead silence. It
Fair
was
enough.
because one of the I'm looking through my subscriptions on YouTube, and Scott Falco, who is a pretty awesome animation channel, I'm pretty sure you've seen some of his videos before,
Mm-hmm.
he posted a new side assault video.
Mm.
It shows a boy slash girl with short brown hair wearing a cowboy hat, a cowboy, and just like multiple shades of brown, just like a cowboy, one of those long sleeve cowboy shirts and one of those brown leather vests,
Mm-hmm.
and a yellow with blue polka dot handkerchief, I guess, tied
Mm-hmm.
around their neck.
Okay.
And the title of the video is Undertale Yellow with a Side of Salt.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if it's a new Undertale game, if it's a mod, if it's a DLC, or what.
I'm guessing mod.
And it's apparently cowboy themed.
Not necessarily, but
I can't think of a reason he would make it with the thumbnail is basically Shaw dressed as a cowboy. I say Shaw, but I don't actually know if that's the name of the kid, or if that's only the evil version of the kid.
mm. Okay. I can now safely enter and leave my base.
I'm happy for you.
So I have about 15 minutes before, at the very most, before I end stream.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think I'm gonna make a crap ton of spruce half slabs.
Yeah. Go home?
I'm
Yes?
gonna make a crap ton of half slabs, finish up this floor above my storage room, and then try and
Mm-hmm.
finish up the floor above that. And when
Glory be.
hmm?
I said glory be in response to what you were saying.
And when either when the 15 minutes is up or when I run out of half slabs is when I call it.
Hmm.
Or when I hit go off and do the thumbnail. Because I haven't just I think for the thumbnail I'll go outside the base to do to kind of show a progress update, but haven't completely decided yet.
You know what's simultaneously really stupid, and as far as trying to make people believe of Minecraft Let's Play is authentic, but also kind of funny as shit.
Hmm.
The whole, I did some grinding off stream. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't even need to say anymore.
Hmm. That's why I have one policy for this whole thing, and that is everything I do on stream.
Mm-hmm. It's a wise policy.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, Charles, if it wasn't for the fact that it would be such a pain in the ass, I would
Mm-hmm.
genuinely be tempted to move all of my mods off of the vanilla slots and put them in the extras.
Hmm.
I know that there are some costumes that people, including you, Tim, Michael, etc., like from the base game, that in my quest to get as many mods with the, well, all the mods I've had, as many of them as I want as possible, they've, as a result, been overwritten. So I feel like that could be like a good idea. Best of both worlds, so to speak. Except for Inkling. Inkling and Rob. Yeah, exactly. The ones who I literally can't. Inkling, I could do 3. The reason they can only get 3 extras is, I think I told you this already, but in case I didn't, it's because of the ink.
Unique colors.
Yeah.
Basically. Very simple terms.
I'm still shocked by the fucking Dark Samus thing, though. Like, the fact that it's specifically Dark Samus who has that issue. Like, for God's sake, you would think that the character, that one of the multi-characters, like the Ice Climbers, Pokemon Trainer, who's technically 4, as far as the internal files go, or fucking Pyramithra, who's also like technically 5 because of how their files and shit is set up. Like, you'd expect something, right? You'd expect those to have more problems than the robot who only crashes the game because of one move, or Inkling, just because I really don't understand the ink color thing. Like, why it's locked at 3. Makes it sound like they at some point considered having more than 8 costumes, tested it, and then just decided, nah, and the leftover residual shit is the only thing that permits the Inkling to get about 3 extras. That, or maybe there was supposed to be a exclusive color. Kind of like how when you play as Villager or Isabelle, when they use their up special, the balloons are gray for computers, but then it's whatever color your player color is, you know, like 1's red, 2's blue, etc. That's the only thing I can think of as far as Inkling goes, that it might have been tied to that. Because, like, you can technically change the colors of the ink to whatever you want. The Reslaughter that we use even has a feature for that, or that helps with it. So it's not like it's a specific color that needs to be done. But the more I still know shit about, you know, how the game was actually made, but the more that I've seen under the curtain through my modding, the more I understand this shit is held together. Like, some of this shit really don't make no sense. For God's sakes, if you wanted to use the Roy voice line, like from the narrator, you don't type in Roy. If you do that, you get the Koopaling Roy. So instead of Roy, it's Roy. You have to do something like, I think it was like ELM Roy, or some shit like that. Some shit that makes it sound like the Fire Emblem character who was in the game first is a DLC or an add-on, or the alternate costume.
Hold for just a sec, Matt.
That was the end of it.
Okay. Good night, stream. I hope you had a good time. I'll be pushing this over to YouTube in the next few days, hopefully. And for those watching the VOD later, if you have any comments on things you'd like to see me doing more of, or play more of, or any of that stuff, please feel free to do so. Community interaction, all that. I do look at that shit. Have a good one. Bye.